right, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach Moore, and we'll move to questions from there.
Yeah, I couldn't be proud of our kids. That's a great team over there. I think I counted 8 McDonald's All-Americans and Muffet, Hall of Fame coach. Anytime you put great players and a great coach together, it's hard to do what this team just did. So couldn't be prouder of them. We talked about trying to slow down their transition a little bit because that's where they really kill people. Last game I watched on film of them, I bet they scored 30 points off transition. We talked about rebounding. We did a pretty good job there, broke even total rebounds. Had to take care of the ball because that's the other thing that really ignites their transition game. When they turn you over, it leads to offense. So. But like a great team there in the fourth period, they shot the heck out of it and almost got back in it. But we switched and put Maya on Mabry, and I thought she did an awesome job getting to her and limiting her looks. And down the stretch, hit our free throws. I think 14 out of 15 from the line. A lot of people contributed. We got some foul trouble. Had different people, especially inside at the post position. And it seemed like everybody we called on stepped up and did a good job. So great win. Thought the crowd played a big part as well. Great, not only numbers, but energy and enthusiasm. And I think our players fed off that as well. So heck of a night in the new Reynolds Coliseum.
Wes, the 3 top scorers obviously speak for themselves. Can you comment a little bit on the job that Nelson, Mays, and Cole did inside?
Yeah, Brianna Turner is an unbelievable player. It kills me every time because, I'm from Texas, she's from Texas, so, it kills me to see her out there on the floor against us. But, yeah, I thought our players did a great job. We decided that we would, try to slow her down as much as we could, which meant we would probably give up some shots. And luckily, the first, 2 or 3 quarters, they missed some shots, and we were able to do a good job, like I said, on the boards. But this team, Notre Dame's liable to run the table from here. Who knows in the conference? So, but this will be a night our kids will always remember. And that's what I told them earlier today. When you come back 20 years from now, when you come back 20 years from now, start talking about it. We probably won by 20, and everybody scored in double figures, but. Couldn't be prouder of them. We've had a couple of tough losses, not only this year but last year, and we needed this. So really happy for them.
What does it say about your team's composure
Well,
and toughness down the stretch? That they've made their run, and a lot of teams fold.
Yeah.
You guys did just enough to kind of
They shot the heck out of it. What they do in the fourth period, it seemed like hit 6 threes and hit 5 threes in the fourth period, and 5 out of 9. And shot 11 out of 18. You're right, they were doing everything right. I think, again, we got 4 seniors out there, provide a lot of leadership, and they showed a lot of toughness tonight as well, and they kept everybody's feet on the ground. We knew they'd make a run or two, and they're too good a team not to. So I thought we kept our composure. And like I said, to hit 14 out of 15 free throws, we haven't really been shooting them all that well. We picked a good night to do it, so hopefully that's a trend we can continue.
Your seniors showed a lot of composure sitting up there that, they'd be overly excited, you would think, but at the same time they really showed that it's, the beginning of the ACC season and just the start of it all.
Yeah, our kids were excited about starting ACC play. When in the pre-conference schedule, you play some teams that you should beat. That you have resources and talent and everything that you should win those games. And, we for the most part did a pretty good job in those games. But I think our kids are excited about now playing against the best teams in the country. Now, I probably am not as excited as they are, but when you look at the conference office even kind of halfway apologized to me for our schedule, that we kind of drew the short end of the stick. When you look at, you open up with number 2 Notre Dame, you go to number 5 or 6 or 7, whatever Florida State is, and then you come home and play Miami, who's ranked 11th in the country. So you got 3 teams in the top 11 to start the year, and so it's pretty special to get a win in this situation and get off to a good start for that juggernaut of a schedule we got ahead of us.
How do you take this carrying forward? I mean, it's a great learning opportunity for sure, and confidence boost,
Right.
to say the least.
Yeah, and that's what I told them. This goes to show you, when you come in and you play the way you're capable of, you play with some toughness and some grit, you can play with anybody in the country. Now, again, we shot the ball well, almost 50% from three, and foul shooting, 93%. So we shot the ball well, but also you look over there, we held them to 62 points. I mean, that's a pretty powerful offense they have over there. Like I said, with a great coach. So, we did it on both ends of the floor.
You obviously are confident in your players and your team, but you didn't trail tonight. I mean, is it, when you think about that kind of,
Yeah.
the way they played, I mean, is it surprising? Is it something that's going to take a little bit of time to process, like how well they played to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, we'll enjoy it, we'll break down the film and we'll see what we can learn from it, but that's what I told them, enjoy it. We're not practicing tomorrow, and we'll have 2 days to prepare for Florida State, but, we don't want this to be just the high point of the season. We want to have a lot of other special accomplishments, so we got to keep it in perspective, and I think these kids will, but I think that was important, though. We got off to a good start. I don't know what the score was, but last night I watched film of their last game, which was with my old school, Chattanooga, and I know Notre Dame jumped out 10-0 right off the bat to start the game. So I think it was important for our kids to get off to a good start, get some confidence, get the crowd into it, and so that probably played a big part in the win.
Anything you can think you guys did well, in particular in that third quarter, where you guys stretched your lead out and you held them without a basket for the first, I think it was 5 minutes of the quarter.
Yeah, I mean, again, it all floods together right now for me, but like I said, I think the big thing was limiting their transition points, limiting their second chance points. I mean, we broke even on those. We outscored them 11-7 on fast breaks. Every category almost, we did what we needed to do. So that's probably the biggest thing is, you cannot let them get on a roll and get hot. And that's usually what the great teams do is you may play even with them for 30 of the 40 minutes, but they have 2 5-minute runs or whatever, or 2 3-minute runs that make it tough for you. And tonight we were able to limit that probably until the fourth period. Gave up a lot of points in the fourth period. We got to look at that. We did that earlier this year, a couple other games. So we got to figure out what we're doing in the fourth period. And sometimes you just feel like, hey, maybe we're unlucky. People are hitting shots, but we got to do a better job defending them also.
I know you had some concern, we talked about this, about your non-conference schedule being good enough to get you prepared for this kind of a start in the ACC. Looking at the one stat I looked at was your bench scoring tonight. You outscored them 12-7 with your bench, and they've got 3 people on their second, and their bench people were averaging close to 70 points a game. How critical were those non-conference games in terms of developing the depth that you were able to utilize tonight?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I think Akila Mays did an unbelievable job. Nene Cole did an unbelievable job with Chelsea Nelson in foul trouble. But you're right. A year ago, our non-conference schedule, we didn't put people away enough. And so consequently, we were trying to just win games instead of playing our bench and developing some depth. This year, we were able to put some people away and get some of those young players some playing time. So hopefully, that is something that's going to pay dividends down the stretch. I think Ace Koenig, Lucky Rudd, a lot of those kids, even though I know she didn't play tonight, Kayla Ely, I mean, those kids are going to help us. So hopefully, it's going to pay off down the stretch too as we go forward.
What can you say? It's a win, it's a big win, but where is there work to improve going forward here at UC? Or are you just going to wait until you?
Well, I mean, again, of course, I've already started over the holidays watching film on Florida State. They're again, a team that's very talented and that plays unbelievably hard. and plays up-tempo as well. So, you know, we got to continue to play defense like we did tonight. Again, you know, you may have to adjust based on the opponent, the strength of individuals. But, you know, I thought tonight we carried out a game plan pretty well and you know, did a pretty good job, like I said, of minimizing turnovers some. We felt like that was the key. And like I said, we were fortunate too. They didn't really shoot great in the first 3 periods. So, again, don't want to take anything away from our kids. They did a lot of things well.
I know you beat Tennessee when you were at Chattanooga. I don't know what they were ranked at that time. Is this the first time you've ever beaten a team in the top 2?
Probably. Yeah, I'd say so. But that's what I told, like I said, I told our kids, this is a great opportunity to make a memory you'll never forget. And you know, it's a special win. I know they're in our conference. I know we, you know, have to continue to grow as a program where beating people in our conference like this, you know, you'd love for it someday to be routine. But right now, it's a great win, and it's special. I've only had, you know, you have a few in your career, and I'm glad for our players. I mean, this is, like I said, something that they'll cherish, you know, all night long on ESPN. That's going to be going across the ticker. I may just go home, sit in front of the TV for an hour and watch it. You know, there it goes again. There it goes again. So we'll enjoy it for a little while.
Any more questions for Coach Moore? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, it's going